To edit any of your contacts, well, first of all, you need to open it up, like Carrie, double click. And then if I want to make any changes, delete the text, add some text, like for example, the display as field. That's going to appear when I create a new email message and I click on the to button and I search the address book for the person. It'll display it as the email address. If I want the name to be displayed there, well, let me show you. Okay, so it's kheffernan@videotrainingpro.com. Let me go back to the program here, Outlook, to the mail folder, come over here, double click to create a new email message. When I click on the to field, and I'm looking in the contacts address book, the folder, down below, you see the display name. It's not displaying the name, it's displaying the email address. If you want to change that, here's how you do it. Let's go ahead and click cancel. Go back down below, click on contact, and then delete that, and then type in her name, hit the tab key, be sure to save our work. Well, let me just click save. And then we go back to our email message, click on the to field, and then down below, do you see kheffernan@videotrainingpro.com? No. Great. So there's one of the places that we can look to have it display the name and not the email address. And these others, they display the name and the email address, so you can go ahead and do that as well. But let's go ahead and click cancel and close out of here. Come back. And as we talked about in an earlier training video, albeit briefly, when you want to add a picture, you go ahead and click on it if there's no picture there. But since I already have a picture of Carrie, you can right-click and get the options to change the picture. Choose another picture, click cancel, right-click to copy the picture or remove the picture. But I want to go ahead and add the picture back in, so let me click on it, browse to the desktop, in the exercises folder, double-click, and there she is, double-click, and there's the picture. Now, not only can you have pictures as the profile here, but also in the notes section, let me hit enter. We can add pictures there, one of a couple of ways. You can either come up here, click on the Insert tab in the Illustrations group, do an online picture and or pictures that are on your computer. Let's go ahead and do an online picture first. Click on it. And since we're doing ghost investigations, let's type in, because we only look for happy ghosts. If they're spooky, no way, we're out of there. Hit enter on the keyboard, and let's go ahead and scroll down. There's our happy guy. Oh, he's so happy. Select him. And then click on Insert. Give it a second. Oh, he's huge. To resize him, let's do it from the upper left-hand corner resizing handle, that circle. You got resizing handles all the way around it. So, well, you could scroll down and over to the right to get the bottom right-hand corner resizing handle. Hover over it until you can see arrows pointing in opposite directions, then click and drag and push him in so he's smaller. And there you go. We got a picture there. When I'm done, I can go ahead and come back up on the Contact tab, click Save and Close, and let me go back to the two dudes, the Contacts folder, and then you can see right there that Carrie has a paperclip there. The reason why the paperclip is there is because I have a picture in the Notes section. So that lets you know that you got some item, and in this case a picture, or it could be like an email message you can insert there. Let me double click, and in fact you can come down here, hit enter a couple of times. Come up, click on the Insert tab, and you can attach a file and it will show the paperclip or an Outlook item. Click on it. From the inbox, you can choose another email message, maybe an earlier one that she talked about that you want to keep track of. And we'll cover that in a later training video. But what's happening is once you've got something here besides text, it's going to show it as a paperclip. And then when you select the image, of course, you get the related contextual tab for that image if you want to choose a picture style for our Georgie Porgy the Ghost, or picture border, picture effects. When it comes to formatting your pictures, I go to it in greater detail in Microsoft Word because it's the same steps here when it comes to your picture styles, adjusting, color corrections, removing the background, and so on, as well as changing the size if you want to get more particular and do it numerically as opposed to freehand by clicking and dragging the resizing handles. And as a heads up, you see that little layout option, that tag, layout options there that you can click on. Well, I cover this in Microsoft Word as well because what you're dealing with here is just a mini Word document, a blank page that you can type in text and insert images and pictures and things like that. And so you can go ahead and hover over one of these and say that you want the ghost in front of the text, click on it. So that way you can click and drag and move them and put them right, well, as close as you want and not have to be defined by an actual line for the image to sit on. So there you go. Works good, right? Okay. In any case, you can watch my word training video on picture layout options. A lot of the stuff I didn't want to recreate in Outlook, otherwise, gosh, that would be hours more that I've already done in Microsoft Word. And then finally, up here on the Contact tab in the Show group, you got another screen that you can go to, the Details screen. Select it, updates it, and there you go. Some details you can add, like what department this person's in, the office, profession, nickname, spouse, Doug, the birth date. Well, you can go ahead and delete that and click on the date picker, but when it starts with today's date, and you want to go back to 1960 or 70, oh, that's a lot to click and click forever. Instead, go ahead and click in here, delete it, and then type in /5/75. Hit the tab key, updates it, and you also get the day. It was Saturday on April the 5th, 1975, anniversary date, and the internet address. In any case, when you want to go back to the main view, which is known as the general view, then come back here to the show group, click on general, be sure to save your work. And then notice after I did that, because I actually had the image now in line with the text, the layout option, it removes the paperclip. So if I go ahead and double click back on it, and I select it, and I click on the layout option, and I go in line with text, let me click and drag it below, and you can see that line. I've got some lines there that I could drop the image into, and so now it's got to have its own line, just like the lines up here. The text have to have their own lines. And so that's what it means in line with text. Let me click off, click save and close, and we're back to the paperclip. So if you get confused about that, and you're like, hey, he said it was supposed to appear as an attachment. Well, it is if you're not messing with the layout option and choosing something else other than the default in line with text. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.